Okay, for question number 2, they give us the graph of an object above the ground. And I notice on the x-axis, it has time in seconds. On the y-axis, it has height above the ground. I can tell that this object gets back to the ground at 4 seconds. It looks like it reaches its maximum height at the vertex here, 264. Now, that's important for me to analyze before I even figure out what they want me to do. So take a look at the picture. Now, all it wants me to do, if you look at the question, which function best represented by the graph of this situation, they just want you to match it. Well, that's easy enough if you just remember you have a graphing calculator. You can put these choices in one at a time. Only one is going to match this. Now, you have to remember a couple of things. Number one, you can put it in the function form, but it needs to be f of x, not h of t. The calculator doesn't like all these fancy variables. It only likes f of x or y and x. So you can put them as y equals all of these because it essentially is the same thing. And instead of the t, you're going to put them in the x. Now I want to show you what I did. I just put them in my graphing calculator. I put all 4 of them in here. And you'll see that it's a mess here. Because they're all here, but you can just deselect them like I just did here and look at them one at a time. So type in all the choices first, and then we'll look at them one at a time. It makes it nice and easy. Now, a couple of things that might help you when you're doing multiple choices like this is there's a gear button right here that allows you to change the color. If you hit that, and you're like, oh, I don't want red, or sometimes they'll give you a blue and a purple and it's too close together, you can change that. You can also change how thick the graph is. Notice that I have it as a 5. That's just to make it easier for me to see where they are on the graph, but you don't have to do any of that. Something you want to be aware of is that you can move this graph, just hold down your mouse, just move it all the way around. Also, there's this home button right here. You want to go ahead and click on that home button. It's not always going to be there, but as soon as you start moving the graph, zooming in and out, it appears, and you just hit that one. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at one at a time here. So I'm going to look at choice A. So I'm going to deselect all the other ones. And I remember that the object is supposed to get back to the ground at 4 seconds. Well, this one has it at 0. And even though I can't see the entire parabola, and I can show you how we can see that here in a second, I already know that A is not the answer. So I'm going to select B, deselect A. So now I'm just looking at B. Now this one maxes out at 4 seconds, but look at my parabola. It's all the way below the x-axis. That's not what this graph shows at all. This says it has a 0, it hits the graph at 0, 0, and also at 4, 0. Not B. So I'm going to click on C, deselect B. Now this one looks a little bit better. You see how it's at 0, 0, and then there's 4, 0. I can't really see all the way up here because notice that my graph only goes up to 6 on the y-axis. You see that? But you can make it change to whatever you want. There's a little wrench button over here. And I remember that the graph was going all the way up to 64. So what I'm going to do on the y-axis, you see this right number? That's the highest my graph is going. So I'm going to change it to 74. You can change it to 70, whatever you want, just so that you can see it. And now that I start clicking on my Desmos calculator, I can see all these points now. And that's what you want to do to get these equations correct, matching a graph. You need to make sure you can click on points and make sure they match points on your question. 0, 0, 264, 4, 0. That's how come I know that C is the correct answer. If we look at D, D is not even close. You can barely see it. It's way down here. So my correct answer on this one is C. And you should be able to get every question to match a graph correct if you follow this procedure.